Behind the Shades.
You know, 20 on, of just falling off every cliff I could find and getting into worse and worse situations. So, you know, you start out, oh, I'll just see what this is going to feel like. And you know, you wake up and you're in this place of complete desperation where you are just completely lost and confused. And I finally got to the point where I just said, you know, I'm tired of getting beat up. I am tired of being a victim. I'm tired of feeling powerless. There's got to be another way. There's got to be something that I don't understand that I could be doing that would mean my life is going to get better. And that began almost another 20 years of learning. The only difference was I stopped falling off the cliff. Now, at least I was getting little handholds in the cliff as I was needing to scale back up. But what a difference not falling off the cliff can make in your life. And now I have this wonderful understanding of who we are, what we are here for, what life is meant to be, and who can help us. So I say to Mother God, probably on a daily basis, if this was the only way for me to get here, and I ever forget everything you've taught me, you can throw me off the cliff again, because this was the most incredible thing I have ever experienced. And so I am happy to experience all the bad again just to be at this place. So for those who are still lost in that place of victimhood, who believe they are powerless or too broken to be healed or too unworthy to receive some kind of help, please know that that is absolutely incorrect. You have learned from someone else who may be broken, or who may be repeating something they have learned, or who may be holding a position of power that they have not earned. And so if something doesn't feel right to your heart, if somebody says to you, you know, why do you think that you have any value, and it hurts your heart, I want you to look deeper. I want you to say, hey, wait a minute, that really hurts. That doesn't feel good. Please don't take these things. That's what I did. Oh, you don't think I have any value? Oh, you must be correct. Oh, you are older than I am. You know more than I am. You're more educated than I am. Whatever. Don't let anybody tell you a lie, and your heart will know. Even if you are locked in a place where you are feeling less than because of the way that you've grown up or whatever circumstances you may be in right now, if somebody were to come to you and say, you know, you just don't have much of value to offer, your heart is not going to be okay with that. And I want you to, you don't have to argue with the person. I just want you to tuck into your heart that feeling of, hey, that wasn't okay. I don't feel good about that. And then when you do have time, go into the heart and start unpacking that. Start looking at why you might have attracted somebody that would say that to you, and then what you can do to make yourself feel better and stand up and be proud of who you are, so that you begin attracting people that will be uplifting and honoring to you, who will see the real you.
Marcia, do you find, because there's a few things that you mentioned that I want to unpack a little bit here. One, I think at every point in our lives, everyone, me, you, everyone has felt like a victim or has felt a situation has victimized them, because you can have a situation that on the outside, you're like, I can't believe I went through that. It was so bad. But you don't feel like you're a victim because you don't parade yourself that way. And then you can have another situation when in comparison is not as bad, but you feel defeated, powerless. You feel like a true victim. You feel like someone has taken something from you. Is there some comfort, maybe a little bit, in feeling like a victim? Because at least that way you can look at life and say, I need to do something now because I don't like the way that I'm feeling.
Wow, that is so insightful and so interesting. I try to move people out of that idea of victimhood as quickly as I can, because most of the people that I work with have been through exceedingly traumatic experiences. And the last thing that I want them to feel is that they are powerless and that they can be a victim, because they've already been victimized so many times by people that they perceive have some sort of power over them. So the first thing we do is together is look at how powerful they really are. First of all, you're incredibly courageous and powerful to have survived whatever this trauma was. But I never find being a victim helpful. At least it wasn't for me. When I felt victimized, I believed there was nothing that I could do to change the circumstance. So I would just have to put up with it and dwell on it and be more ashamed of it or feel worse about me because of it. And I wasn't doing anything proactive to move myself out of the situation, whether I had the information or not. I found for myself that victimhood kept me kind of in a box. So I might have the information, but it was outside of the box of being a victim. And being a victim made me so afraid that I didn't want to get out of the box to go use that information.
Is that box something that you teach your clients how to break out of by first identifying it and then providing them with the resources to correct the behavior and to move forward?
Yes, I think that's a really good, I mean, they'll tell you the box doesn't exist. But when you are in the box, you believe more than anything that this thing is real and it's bigger than you and it has the potential to hurt you. Or um, another really great way to keep people small is to say, I'll hurt your children. You know, you are not big enough or good enough or whatever enough to keep those that are dependent on you safe. So therefore, you'll be okay, but I'll go after them. Okay, well, there's nothing that is more defeating than to feel that you have not been able to honor your children who you love more than your life. So that would be a really good box that would be hard to get out of, because then you start running in circles doing any stupid thing to try to protect these children because they don't deserve this, and perhaps you can justify that you do. Oh, well, I made this mistake, so I deserve to have this punishment. They didn't do it, so I got to do everything. And then, the frantic, the panic, the bad decisions start piling in because you're no longer operating in your higher self mode with your guidance and in alignment. You're just open for any kind of suggestion. And they're happy to oblige you with things that will send you off deeper into the darkness. And we need to remember that our learning doesn't come when everything is just hunky dory. Our learning comes when we are accepting a challenge and moving and then using what we have learned to move through it. or we are new to challenges and we are learning how to gather the information that we need to move through it. But learning doesn't come when you just give up and be desperate, or when you are just living that sort of nothing's happening kind of life.